My name is Kayla Passaretti, and I'm going to be discussing my first center, which is for lower level readers based off of the book James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl. The first thing I'm going to show you is the directions, which will be at the center, not inside the folder that has their activities in them, but it's going to be at the center so they know exactly what they're supposed to do from the second that they get there until when they're supposed to leave. So the very first direction says begin to listen to the story, and it does have a visual to help it since visuals are great for lower level readers. Number 2 says after you're done listening, you are going to complete the activity in the folder, and then it points to the folder. Number 3 says first write your name, then read the directions for today's worksheet carefully. So then it also has a pair of glasses with a paper to kind of hint that you need to look at the paper. Once you've read the directions and written your name, complete today's worksheet. And then this paper at the bottom actually has check marks to show that they need to do the stuff that they're supposed to for today. When they get to their folder, it says center 1 on it so that they know that they have the right center, they're at the right one, and this is what they're supposed to be doing. Inside of it has their packet that they're supposed to complete while reading the book. This one is a beginning, middle, and end, which not only are they doing illustrations, but they are going to write summaries that go with the beginning, middle, and end of the book to kind of give a little bit of a writing practice. The second one is going to be another illustration with a summary, but it's going to be of one chapter, so they can pick their favorite chapter of the book or the one that interested them the most, and they're going to draw what happened in that chapter, and then they're going to write a summary about it. The third worksheet is a think, pair, share activity. So there's a question inside this peach right here, and it says what would be your idea to help the centipede and why. So they're first going to come up with their answer by thinking, then they're going to pair up with a partner, and then they're going to share what they found out. So when they get to their partner, they should be putting their partner's answer here. The last activity is going to be fun for them because they're going to be writing about what their favorite part of the book was and why. This is a really good way to practice writing informally since they are also having to cite and put wherever their quotes or examples came from. Even though it is a lower level center, I feel like all the kids should be practicing this since they are in 5th grade getting ready to make a big jump to 6th. The standard that I used for this center is LAE4416 .5.1.2. It states to write an informative or explanatory text to examine a topic and convey ideas and information clearly. This standard is also broken down into 5 parts. I chose part A, which reads introduce a topic clearly, provide a general observation and focus, and group related information logically. Include formatting, illustrations, and multimedia when useful to aid in comprehension. Pat Wolf mentions how important visuals are since as human beings we are visuals, so we may not remember words but we will always remember pictures, and I'm like that too when I learn. She also states that thinking maps are very helpful. They're directly linked to a specific thought process which can show you how the students are thinking throughout their activities, especially with the graphic organizers that I chose. Thinking maps are also visuals and save a whole bunch of time and are really helpful when assessing students. Shelley Gray also mentioned how important organization was, which is why I had my direction sheet outside of the folder. That way that as soon as they got there, they knew to grab it and look at it and start to read the book so that there isn't any room for time that they don't know what to do next.
I have my rubric, and I just wanted to let you know what it was so that you would know how I would be scoring this. So it's broken down into 4 sections, and it's based off of on-topic responses to questions and or activities, demonstrated knowledge, grammar mechanics, spelling and usage, and writing efforts and details. So in the description box for on-topic responses to questions and activities, it says the responses are clear and focused. Student connects to right responses. That is worth 5 points. Demonstrated knowledge. The description says the writing displays knowledge of the story between character relationships, summaries, predictions, and reflections. That's also worth 5 points. Grammar mechanics, spelling and usage. The description says writing displays no grammatical and spelling errors. The writing shows proper word usage, sentence structure, and mechanics, which is also worth 5 points. Writing efforts and details. Writing has details and expressions are seen. The responses show effort and are thoughtful. And at the bottom there is a space for comments, and the total points are 20, and then it just says however many points they get out of 20. And then at the top it does say like 5 would be met, 4 is majority, 3 is mostly, 2 is somewhat, 1 is fairly, and 0 is not met. So they know what they did wrong and why they got the points that they did.